How many cars have you personally driven past the 300,000-mile mark? For most people today, that's an impossible dream. Between disposable modern engine designs and the decline of basic mechanical sympathy, the 300k-Mile Club is becoming an exclusive dying breed. But it's not luck. If you've ever seen a 20-year-old truck still purring like it's on day one, the owner is almost certainly following these 10 non-negotiable rules. Let's see how many you already know. Rule number 1, never trust a lifetime fluid. If you see the word lifetime on your transmission fluid, your differential fluid, or your transfer case fluid, understand what that really means. It means it'll last the lifetime the manufacturer wants your car to have. And that lifetime ends right about the time the warranty does. Transmission fluid breaks down. It collects microscopic metal shavings and clutch material that act like liquid sandpaper on your gears. After 60,000 miles, even fluid that still looks cherry red is hiding damage you can't see. Differential and transfer case oils are the same story. They're under enormous pressure, and they quietly degrade mile after mile. The 300k Club drains and refills transmission fluid every 60,000 miles. Differential fluid every 30,000 to 50,000. No exceptions. And they never use generic fluid. It's OEM spec or nothing. Toyota WS for Toyotas. Honda DW1 for Hondas. The guys who cut corners on fluid brand are the same guys posting on forums asking why their transmission is slipping at 120k. A $150 fluid service now or a $4,000 transmission later. That math is simple. Rule number 2, master the cold start grace period. The first 30 seconds you drive your car each morning will determine whether that engine sees 300,000 miles or dies at 150. Here's why. When your engine sits overnight, oil drains to the bottom of the oil pan. Every bearing, every cam lobe, every piston wall is sitting there with almost no lubrication. When you fire the ignition, it takes a few seconds for oil pressure to build and coat those surfaces. If you rev the engine during those seconds, you're grinding metal on metal. Start the car, let it idle for 30 seconds to a minute, then drive gently. Keep RPMs under 3,000 until the temperature gauge starts to climb. That's the rule. No exceptions, not even on a warm day. This is especially brutal on turbocharged engines. Poor oil habits destroy 90% of turbochargers, and cold revving is one of the top offenders. That turbo spins at up to 150,000 RPMs and relies entirely on a thin film of oil for lubrication. Starve it on a cold start and you're writing a check for $2,500 or more before you finish your morning coffee. Rule number 3, open the hood once a week. This isn't about fixing things. It's about seeing the $10 problem before it becomes a $5,000 engine swap. The 300k Club members I've known over the years all share one habit. They pop the hood regularly and just look. They're checking for dark spots under hoses, a coolant reservoir that's dropped a quarter inch, a belt that's starting to fray, or a wire that's been chewed by a mouse. You don't need to be a mechanic, you just need a baseline. Look at everything when it's new and clean, and you'll notice immediately when something changes. A small oil weep around a valve cover gasket is a $40 fix if you catch it early. Ignore it for 20,000 miles, and that oil drips onto your timing belt, and now you're looking at a $2,000 repair. The hood isn't heavy. Lift it. Rule number 4, be an oil filter snob. Here's a dirty secret the parts store won't tell you. The cheapest oil filter on the shelf can undo every dollar you spend on premium synthetic oil. Crack open a budget filter and you'll find thin cardboard-like media, a flimsy bypass valve, and an anti-drain back valve that gives up after 6 months. Now crack open a quality filter from Wix, Perlator, or a genuine OEM unit. You'll see thick synthetic media with twice the surface area, a properly calibrated bypass valve, and a silicone anti-drain back valve that holds oil in the filter even when the engine is off. That matters, because when you start your car in the morning, a good filter keeps oil ready at the top of the engine. A cheap one lets it drain back to the pan overnight, giving you a dry start every single day. Over 100,000 miles, that's thousands of dry starts wearing down your bearings. The filter costs $8 to $14. The engine it protects costs $6 grand to replace. Stop saving $4 on filters. Rule number 5, Change the PCV valve every 50,000 miles. This is the quiet hero of the 300K Club. The PCV valve is a $10 to $20 part that most drivers have never heard of, but it controls crankcase pressure inside your engine. When it clogs or sticks, pressure builds up and starts pushing oil past gaskets and seals. You'll notice oil consumption creeping up, maybe a quart every 1,000 miles, maybe blue smoke on startup. And if it gets bad enough, that excess pressure can blow out a rear main seal, and that repair starts at $1,000. Replacing it takes 5 minutes on most cars. It's usually right on the valve cover. Twist it out, push the new one in. Check the vent hose for cracks while you're at it. Drivers who make it to 300K treat this like a routine item, right alongside oil changes. Everyone else doesn't even know it exists until they're at the shop asking why their engine is burning oil. Rule number 6, respect the cooling system. Coolant has a shelf life. After about 5 years of heat cycles, it turns acidic. And once that happens, it stops protecting and starts corroding. Rotted water pumps, eaten seals, clogged heater cores, and the big one, head gasket failure. If you've ever dealt with a blown head gasket, you know the repair bill starts at $1,500 and the headache lasts much longer. The rule is simple. Flush the cooling system every 5 years or 50,000 miles. Not 100,000. Not when it looks dirty. At 5 years, the pH has shifted enough to start attacking rubber and metal from the inside. A coolant flush costs $100 to $150 at a shop. A head gasket job costs 10 times that. And always use the right spec coolant for your vehicle. Mixing coolant types can cause gel formation that clogs passages and defeats the entire purpose. Rule number 7, run top-tier fuel. This rule is more important now than it was 20 years ago, and here's why. Modern direct injection engines spray fuel directly into the combustion chamber, which means the intake valves never get washed by fuel the way they did in older port injection engines. Carbon deposits build up on those valves over time, restricting airflow and causing misfires, rough idle, and power loss. Top-tier gasoline contains a higher concentration of detergent additives that help slow this buildup. It's not a marketing gimmick. It's an industry standard backed by BMW, GM, Toyota, and others. The price difference is usually just a few cents per gallon. Over the life of a 300k-mile engine, that small investment helps keep valves cleaner, injectors flowing properly, and combustion efficient. It's not a miracle cure, but it's a simple habit that stacks in your favor over the long haul. Rule number 8, replace bushings and ball joints before they rot. A car that feels tight and controlled at 200,000 miles isn't an accident. It's because someone replaced the rubber before it turned to mush. Bushings, ball joints, tie rod ends, and sway bar links all use rubber or polyurethane components that degrade with age, heat, and road salt. When they wear out, your car starts to wander, clunk over bumps, and chew through tires unevenly. Worse, a failed ball joint can cause a wheel to fold under the car at highway speed. That's not a repair bill. That's a life-threatening situation. Inspect your front end every 50,000 miles and replace anything that shows play or cracked rubber. The parts are usually $30 to $80 each. The alignment stays true, the tires last, and the car feels like it did when it was new. Rule number 9, use a magnetic drain plug. Here's a trick that separates the 300K Club from everyone else. Replace your oil drain plug with a magnetic one. It costs about $10 and it turns every oil change into a free diagnostic. The magnet collects microscopic metal particles from normal engine wear. Each time you drain the oil, you pull the plug and check what's stuck to it. A thin dusting of fine gray paste is normal. That's routine wear. But if you start seeing larger flakes, chunks, or shiny metallic bits, that's your engine telling you something's wearing faster than it should. You can catch a failing bearing or a scored cylinder wall months before it becomes catastrophic. It's the cheapest diagnostic tool money can buy, and it gives you information no dashboard light ever will. While you're at it, pick up an OBD2 scanner. Even a basic one lets you read trouble codes and monitor live data. Combined with a magnetic drain plug, you'll know more about your engine's health than most shop technicians. Rule number 10, practice mechanical sympathy. This is the rule that ties everything together. A car is not a magic box. It's a collection of moving parts, each with tolerances, limits, and preferences. Mechanical sympathy means understanding that every input you give, every press of the throttle, every shift, every cold start, creates a physical consequence inside the engine. It means not lugging the engine at 1200 RPM up a hill in top gear because you're too lazy to downshift. It means not riding the brakes down a mountain pass when engine braking would do the job. It means letting the car warm up before you ask it to perform. The drivers who make it to 300,000 miles aren't lucky. They're attentive. They listen to their car. They notice when something sounds different, feels different, or smells different, and they act on it before it becomes expensive. A $2 notebook is all you need. Log your oil changes, tire rotations, fluid services, and any odd symptoms you notice. When something does go wrong, you'll have a timeline that helps any mechanic diagnose the problem faster and cheaper. Dealerships and shops take you more seriously when you show up with records. And when it's time to sell, a well-kept logbook adds real value to the buyer. Most cars don't die from one catastrophic failure. They die from 100 small things that were ignored. Follow these 10 rules, and you won't just hit 300,000 miles. You'll wonder why anyone settles for less. Now, if you've ever noticed your engine running rough or your fuel economy dropping for no reason, the problem might be a part most people have never even heard of. I covered it in detail in this video right here.